Hello, parents. Welcome to another edition of our chat show on self-care, self-love, health and safety, social and well-being. So this morning we're having with us Prince Femi Adeleke, the co-founder of Safety Smart Africa, a safety consultant, safety expert, ISO certified lead auditor, and a co-colleague in Renewable Energy. So today we will be speaking on health and safety awareness within our homes and environment. Common mistake that causes life impediment, life-threatening hazard, accidents, injuries, and death. So today it will be focusing on sleep, trip, and fall within our environment, the causes and prevention. So I hope this session bless you. Thank you. So over to you, our speaker. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Good to see you again.
Everyone, same here. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for honoring our invitation, and we're happy to have you today.
My pleasure.
Good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's continue with what we have today. So, what are you talking about? Do you want to introduce yourself? Just give us a formal introduction. I know I've introduced you, but we want to know you better.
Okay, so my name is Femi Adeleke, and I'm one of the managing partners of SafetySmart Africa. And today, as you rightly said, we'll be talking more on health and safety as regards the home. And the topic we'll be speaking on is about sleep, trips, and fall. So, like you earlier said, we're talking about self-care, self-love. And if you think you care about yourself, but your environment is prone to a lot of hazards that can jeopardize your safety, there's a question somewhere. So we're talking about sleep, trips, and fall. Every day, someone somewhere all over the world either trips or sleeps. Eventually, what comes from there, it's a big bang. And the big bang will determine the level of your bang, or you're hitting the ground, the floor, whatever thing you fall on, and it will determine the degree of injury or harm you cause yourself. We've had situations where people sleep and fall, and from there they leave this earth. I mean, they die.
Hmm.
There's some that get serious injury. I was having a class with kids that part of our kids club last weekend, and we shared the story of a guy in the UK that slept in his bathtub, and he fell on the wood, and the wood went through his eye into his skull, and even before they could remove it, he died. So, and I know growing up, I've heard a lot of stories of some of my friends who their parents or somebody in their family slept in the bathtub or sleep while walking down the stairs, and from there either probably broke a bone or they died. So sleep, trips, and fall is something we want to look at to ensure at least we enjoy ourselves and try to do what we call the self-care.
Hmm.
So that's a bit about that.
Thank you.
Okay. You want me to
Thank
continue,
you.
right?
Yeah, continue. Yeah, continue.
Okay, so we'll talk about sleep, trips, and falls. They are one of the major hazards we find in our houses in the home, even though they are privileged in the offices too, but they are in our houses too. So they are, what I think that causes these sleep trips and falls, they are classified as hazards. And if you look at the definition, trying to impose OSHA and the NEBOSH or whatever HS standard definition, a hazard is just basically anything that can harm you. So if I'm prone to harming you, that means I'm a hazard to you. So anything that can cause you harm is a hazard. So if you look at your house, what are things that can cause you harm? It takes you as a parent, as a guardian, to ensure that you do what we call hazard identification. So it just takes you going around the house from your sitting room or your guest room to your kitchen to your toilet or what we call the restrooms to everywhere, the staircase, checking what are the things that can cause harm in this house. Okay, is the floor slippery? If it's slippery, what do we do? Is it wet? If someone pours water on this ground, on this floor, on these floors, will it jeopardize the safety of any one of us or anybody that passes by? Are we using the right shoes, because looking at the sole of your shoe, they're designed in a way that it can allow you grip the floor very well. When the event the sole is already weared out and there's no solid friction to help you hold onto the ground, with just a small wet condition, you're sleeping. So looking at all these things, looking at your bathroom, is it okay? Is your bathtub prone to being a sleep hazard? Because if you know when you fall, just do a scenario, do a picture. If you fall, can you picture how you will land? Is it something you will endure, something you can endure? So looking at all these hazards, look at the implication if you fall in your bathtub, if you fall down the staircase, if you fall because the rug or carpet is not well laid and they are tripping parts of it, or the rugs has been weathered, at a point which you should have changed, but you probably felt you managed and you trip and your head is going down. If your head hits the ground, what's the implication? Are you happy exiting this world, or are you happy having a swollen head? Are you happy visiting the hospital? There's a story that we shared with the kids last week that the boy was in the house and he slipped and he went towards the glass in the house like a mirror, and the mirror was shattered and the mom heard the bang. Mom was about watching a movie, but she couldn't concentrate again. She had to come down to see blood stains everywhere. She was scared, and then she had to check for the boy everywhere. She saw him in the bathroom, the first bathroom. Then he had to help with first aid. So, and that key thing, parents should have first aids in their house, first aid boxes filled with first aid content. So, to show that in case of emergency, you can attend to it, and also learn basic first aid skills so you can know what to do if something bad happens in your house. Maybe learn CPR, learn how to use all these items in the first aid, but the bandages and others. So the boy was bleeding, and the mom tried to stop the bleeding, after which they went to the hospital, and the boy was, there was a minor operation done on the boy. So that's the boy survived, but there are situations of people that have died just from sleep, trips, and fall. So one of the things you check about aside your bathroom is, like you said, your floors, check your footwear, check your staircase, check the steps. Are they okay, or are they not flat? Are they undulating? Are they do they have potential to cause you to trip? Talk about the bathroom. How often do you wash your bathroom, your bathtub? In the event they made of items that can sleep, there are items that can help you prevent you from sleeping. There is a anti-sleep mat. Also, they sell a spray called anti-sleep spray. They can spray on items that could cause you to sleep. Also, looking at cables, we all have electronics in the house. We have sometimes people plug in their TV or whatever items that's got to use electricity, and the cables are stretching some distances, and people have to walk those paths. And the event anyone gets entangled in the cable, they trip. So these are things you should look for. What are the hazards that can make me trip? What are the hazards that can make me sleep? And we, like we said, definition hazards that can cause you harm.
Yeah.
Okay, if the cable causes you to trip, you'll be harmed. If it causes you to sleep, you'll be harmed. So you have to understand all this and how it plays. Now that the weather is even getting very cold, now you probably want to go outside, maybe your backyard or somewhere to dump something, or probably just go next street. Is the weather condition okay? Is it snowy? Is the floor frozen? How grippy is my shoe, my footwear? Am I going to sleep when I walk on the snow or the ice? So certain things you have to look out for to ensure at least as you think or say you're giving yourself self-care, you're also attentive and alert to the hazards around you and trying to see how can you eliminate them or ensure you mitigate. That means reduce their impact on you, so at least you can live very beautiful life and take very care of yourself and enjoy the little things that life has to bring. Because in the event something bad happens to you or anyone of your family, we know the tears, the joy, the sadness, the sorry bring, the financial implication. A lot of things come and it sets in, and it's really saddening, and sometimes they are irreversible. So to prevent this, put in check the right measures, identify hazard, and ensure these hazards are removed totally. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I've been jotting, some things down, and I've learned so much, from from everything you've said. So our parents out there, our speaker has come to enlighten us on household hazard, and he has explained hazard as anything that causes harm. So, and it is really important we are identifying hazard within our environment, our home. So, and he highlighted some points, some of the things we might look out for, like on wetty floor, inappropriate on rug laying, the warehouse shoes, footwear, and staircase, the railings, and then he also said how much do we wash the bathroom and our cable layout. So we need to ensure that everything is on point, because what happened is some hazard cause irreversible, damages, like he has mentioned in case of someone who had a who trip and died. And I've also had a story whereby someone back home when there's someone a distant relative that travel came back from America, and in his mansion, after using the shower, I think water spilled on the floor, but he didn't, take care of that, and well, he tripped and fell with the back, and he died immediately. So these are the little, little things we can prevent. So parents, we hope we've enlightened you this morning, and I believe you'll have learned one or two things, from the discussion. So let's look out for anything that could cause hazard, that can make us trip, fall and sleep. And let's not forget that our kids, because our children, they are not aware of this, so we need to take care of the environment, for them. If not, then they might have accidents, injuries, sustained injuries, and and some other irreversible damages. So that's all we have for you today. And before we go, I'll quickly as our speaker, I believe you work with some you have a student club. Do you want to just give us a little brief and the time you do this club, so that if any of my parents are interested, in connecting their children, to the club, so that they will they will understand what you do. Over to you.
So, our goal in mission at SafetySmart Africa is to revitalize safety in Africa and also around the world. So, but basically for the Kids Club, we have the Safety Smart Africa Kids and Saints Club, and the goal is to raise the Safety Smart future leaders, because we see that going around the world, especially in Africa and other black environments, a lot of understanding of safety is still very low. So we have the club where we teach kids about basic health and safety. Our goal is to raise leaders understand the relevance of safety to their families, the environment, the country they live, and the economy. So in the nearest picture, we have black leaders that understand the value of safety, and they can impact this into the life of everybody around them. Like we say, they can be safety smart ambassadors, and always know that if it's not safe, they don't do it, and also change the norm. So that's what the club is all about, raising safety smart leaders. So if they're interested, they can probably reach out through you or email us at hello@safetysmartafrica.com.ng. So that's that now.
Thank you. Thanks so much. So yeah, if you wish to connect your kids, to this club, please let me know, and I'm going to in the comment section I will put Miss Prince Oluwafemi's contact, so that you can contact him, directly. Yeah, I think that's all we have for you today. So parents, as we take care of ourselves, as we love ourselves, then we need to be aware of our of our safety as well. We need to be safety smart. So yes, safety is indispensable when we are talking about self love. So we hope we bless you, and we look forward, to bring our speaker on board next time. And we pray that this week will be profitable to every one of us. Have a beautiful week ahead. Take care. Bye bye. Bye.
So, bye.